I fear the cancer. You know, I know it's gonna take my life one of these days. I'm mad at the people that made it. You know, they knew it was killing people, and they don't want to do nothing about it. I can't hate them for it, you know. I don't hate them.
Why not?
I just can't. Lord won't let me. My name is Forrest Wolf, and I work construction and got mesothelioma from construction.
I'm Julie Gunlock. I'm a peritoneal mesothelioma patient diagnosed in 2006. I was 35 when I was diagnosed. My daughter was 3.
I met my husband when I was 18. We dated for 6 weeks, got engaged. He walked my daughter down the aisle in December and passed away in April of that year.
My name is Joyce Larson, and my husband John Larson died of mesothelioma almost 2 years ago after fighting it for 4 years.
This picture is the picture of Mom that we used on the memorial cards at the funeral.
They found the mesothelioma, and they give her a year. She didn't make it.
Well, the only known cause is asbestos exposure. His parents brought it home on their clothing from working in the auto industry.
We got an apartment, and that was 3 blocks from a asbestos factory, and they made shingles and asbestos pipe. I worked there for a year. We unloaded boxcars, and it had burlap bags filled with asbestos, raw asbestos from Rhodesia.
Were you ever given a warning from your management or received special equipment, gloves or suits or something to handle it?
Never did.
Asbestos needs to be banned. This isn't something that people have to continue to suffer from.
As far back as the 1920s, it was clear to manufacturers and distributors of asbestos products that those products were extremely dangerous and caused very serious lung disease.
Largely unseen, seldom recognized, it has played a tremendously important role in the improvement of our standard of living. As you might expect, the Greeks had a name for it. They called it the unquenchable, indestructible stone. They called it asbestos.
What those companies decided to do was to cover up that medical knowledge because they were making so much money selling asbestos products that they didn't want the health and safety of workers and end product users getting in the way.
They didn't care. They just thought, well, we're going to make a lot of money now and we'll deal with the lawsuits later.
No one has ever viewed this picture, but my husband knew it was being taken and why it was being taken. And in my heart, he is telling me, Connie, you fight for these people. And if you need to use me as an example, look at what mesothelioma does to people in 117 days.
I had to retire in 2008 because of my health. I couldn't work no more.
Who provided for the family? Who took care of the expenses?
My wife did. She wanted to retire 2 years ago. She'd working herself to death, trying to provide for me and my family. I said, retire anytime you want.
So since then, if it wasn't for the settlement, what would you guys have?
Nothing. Wouldn't have a thing.
What has the Simmons firm done for you?
They've become my family.
The Simmons firm has been a very strong supporter of the Mesothelioma Foundation. My name is Mary Hesdorfer, and I'm the Executive Director of the Mesothelioma Applied Research Foundation, also known as the Meso Foundation. An interesting premise would be, why would a law firm want to donate money to a research program and eventually find a cure for a disease that they litigate, and it's quite profitable? I think it just speaks that they really go beyond that. They believe in the human spirit.
today we're celebrating helping those victims with our Miles for Mesothelioma race. This is our 4th annual race. Our founder and chairman, John Simmons, always made it a priority to give back to the mesothelioma community.
Giving is just kind of who I am, it's how I was raised. We're not scientists, so we can't really research cancer here, but what we can do is help fund some of the research.
I think I'm walking proof that there are treatments out there that are effective. This is what 6 years can look like. You can be healthy. You can run a 5K slowly.
I'm here today to run for my father. He was here last year, and I felt like it was the least I could do to honor his memory.
I've gone to my congressman many times. First I've gone with a semi-healthy husband, then I've gone with a husband who can barely walk, and then I've taken the ashes of my husband and said, what else can I bring to you? What else do I have? I am nothing.
Miles for Meso means hope. It means hope that at some point all of the fundraising and all the awareness is going to result in effective treatments of the disease and hopefully ultimately a cure.
People ask me why I keep doing it since he's passed away. I do it because I've made friends who are still fighting.
I really knew I was going to fight this. There was no doubt in my mind. And I saw what my husband went through. I know so many people that have had Meso because we all are a family. But the hard part is losing them, and I've lost many.
I actually wanted to give up once. I didn't want to take it anymore. And my wife come in, sit down on the bed and talk to me. And she said, I'm gonna say this once. And she got up and left after she said it. She said, you got me, you got your daughter, your son, and your grandson. And I got up out of bed. I've been going since.